Hey, Shalom Makim out there. Before I begin, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kakudash, and double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elect out there throughout the four winds of the earth who are preaching and teaching His word in truth and in sincerity. All right, you had this dude Trump pitch a 50-year mortgage idea, and whether this becomes real or not, it's all just going in the direction that they're going to need to bring something into play on the board, because America to them is like a big game board, man. Okay, they bring other pieces into play, take pieces out of play, and so this seems to be something going in the direction of people not owning anything. All right, because if people are in a struggle to buy a home, then why wouldn't they just, introduce a permanent rent system? Because, in all honesty, I would assume that a majority of the people buy their first house between 21 and 30, like 21 and 30, 21 to 33, let's say. 50-year mortgage, man. A majority of people are not going to live that long to pay off that house, and if they do, they're going to pay it off and then die shortly after, or just not have any quality of life. So this doesn't even make any sense, man. But these devils, man, they continue to push unjust laws, because surely a change is surely coming, and it's not for the better. Okay, it's for the worst. Just like the scriptures say that the world through much age will grow more evil. Okay, that one's in Second Esdras. Although I think it says that the world will be much weaker through age, and there shall more evils increase upon it. I think that's what it says, to quote it a bit better. But this is from the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1, and it says, "Woe to oppressors," and that's exactly what what Esau Edom is. And Esau Edom are the self-proclaimed white people who are in the current rulership of the earth, as it says in Job 9 and 24, that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, and they are the wicked. So as long as they are in the seat of power, there will no good thing come about on the earth. There's not going to be a land Sabbath to allow the land to rejuvenate itself, so that it can produce actual good food. Okay, these devils are filled with much greed, and continuously farm, and don't give any thought or care to the land, just like they don't give thought or care to anything else. They are the wicked of the earth, and they are not set up to do good and evil. Okay, the scriptures talk about that the Lord sets up kings and princes and takes down kings and princes. He sets up who he wants to. And the Lord has given the power to the wicked in this current time. And we know why. Because Israel, Jake went off towards the Lord, so the Lord gave us into the hand of a cruel Lord. So we are under oppression. It's from the book of Micah 2 and 1, and it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity." Okay, they plan evil. And that's basically what that's saying. It says, destruction to them that plan evil. Okay, that's basically what that says. And work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they can practice putting certain things in the media. You know, just like they can practice a bunch of other things. Like they can practice power outages. They can practice what it's like to threaten to take away TikTok. You know, people are bugging out. They can test to the taking away of certain food benefits. You know how they've done with this extended government shutdown. They practice this shit, man. Because the media is a powerful tool. Because it works directly on the minds of the people. Because they know that everybody watches that shit in the morning, and all throughout the day too. You know, everyone's got the box in their house that tells them a whole bunch of lies. It says, because it is in the power of their hand, and they covet fields, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, and even a man and his heritage. I'm going to jump to Isaiah 10 and 1. I'm going to read it in a different version. NLT. Isaiah 10 and 1 NLT. It says, what sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws. Man, it's unfair to to force someone to pay just for a home, man. Just for a fucking home, you gotta pay 50 years. They act like people live to be like 120, 150. Man, people are barely making it past 70 or 75. Especially Jake. So it says, let's see. In the KJV, it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, man. So they prescribe all of these things to you people, and it's for your detriment, you know. And the people get mad because the scriptures say that that oppression maketh the wise man mad, you know. And as the scriptures say, knowledge shall be increased. So as knowledge increases, people are going to be more in the know, because since this wisdom of the truth is being preached and taught, okay, wisdom is increasing, and people are going to revolt because they're going to get tired of this shit. Daniel 12 and verse 4. It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. You know, knowledge shall be increased in the earth. And that is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Yahushai, pouring out his spirit upon all flesh to make known his words unto us. All right, this is all, everything points towards prophecy taking place, and that's why the scriptures say that we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So it don't matter what these devils do, prophecy is going to be fulfilled. And all these words that we speak and all the warnings that we give are going to be proven right. Because we preach and teach these words directly from the Holy Scriptures, which is given by Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. And these words are faithful and true. And they will surely come to pass. Alright? But it's important to know who the enemy is. And a lot of people have a problem of not knowing who their enemy is. It's Esau Edom, man. He has a perpetual hatred towards you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He has an everlasting hatred that is spoken about in the Holy Bible that people don't read. But it's in there. And it even says in the book of Sirach, never trust thine enemy. So you have an enemy on planet Earth, Jake. You do. Not everybody wants to be your friend. Stop trying to be cool with everyone. Because some Jakes, man, just be like, oh, well, shit, bro, I love everyone, man, yeah. When the scriptures talk about loving your neighbor as yourself, man, that's like your own people. Because your own people is supposed to be your neighbor. Not some octopus eating gook or something like that. Not some stinky ass man, I forgot the name of them, man. The hell? Just slipped my mind. Satan working. Satan is at work. Ah, man. People from India, bro. Come on. Elam. That's who it is. It's lucky, man. That was one hell of a brain fart. But I guess that's what happens when you work a 12-hour shift, man. So anyways, with that, hope and pray that this was edifying. And I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakak Dash, and Shalom.